Well, hello there, all. Welcome to the 30. This is Patrick. I am your host of the weekly broadcast. I'm also the founder and principal of the Jackman Group LLC, and we are a training and development company. Thank you for joining the conversation on today. The 30 is a weekly live broadcast where we speak with leaders, entrepreneurs, business owners, personal and professional development experts. This episode, we will welcome a good friend of mine. We also serve in ministry together at New Life Fellowship. So I'm excited to have her on, Lisa R. Davis Wall, author, health. She's also in health. She is a respiratory therapist, ministry leader, and business owner. So we are going to be talking about this episode, navigating pitfalls that come with life's setbacks. And this is part of her book, folks. So you want to make sure that you stick around because we are going to be talking about her book in detail. Let me set the pace here first and foremost and give you some updates as to what's going to be taking place on the 30 in the next couple of weeks. If you happen to miss any of our shows, any of our previous shows, make sure that you go to YouTube, go to the Jackman Group LLC YouTube channel, and you can check all of our shows there. We want to make sure that you don't miss anything, right? That you have all the knowledge that you can. In the course of the broadcast, if you have any comments, anything you'd like to say hi to Lisa, feel free to drop it in the comments field. And we are going to bring her up shortly, but let's get this party started momentarily. As I like to say, let's go, let's go, let's go. We are going, and we are going to welcome Lisa in. Lisa Davis Wall, author. I like that. That is pretty cool.
Yes, it
author.
Is.
That is a good, that has a great ring to it, right?
Yes, it does. It's been a long time coming.
Lisa, welcome to the 30. It's good to have you here.
Thank you for inviting me, Elder.
Oh, not a problem. So we are going to be talking about, let's see, your book. Mm-hmm. We're going to be talking about what you're doing. We have so much to talk about in a half an hour. Maybe we'll go over, right? if things get really good. So give our viewers, give them a background of who you are, what you do, mm-hmm. so that we can start the broadcast off right.
Sure. Thank you so much. So as you have previously stated, I'm a respiratory therapist by trade. I manage one of the respiratory care departments in a hospital here in the city of Rochester. And I am a mother and a grandmother to 4 grandchildren, and a newly published author. And yes, I own a company called Mustard Seed Works, where we bring faith to life is our slogan, through books and handcrafts and different novelties.
Awesome. Good. Now, let's get right to it, right? Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the book. This is your first book. I know there's going to be more to come. Let's talk about what is the name of the book?
Certainly. The book is called The Unflattering Sweater. And with a subtitle Overcoming Strongholds to Find Truth. And it is an object lesson, really. It talks about a sweater that I knit while I was recovering from divorce. And this book talks about the lessons that I learned about myself through that process.
Okay. And then I know that we said it's navigating pitfalls that come from life's setbacks.
Yes.
And I know that's a big part of it. Do you care to comment about that? Because we all go through things, right?
Yes, exactly. And yes, the book is about, speaks specifically to my divorce recovery, but the concept is universal. It talks about, disappointment and um, misaligned expectations and those type of things. What you go through when you suffer loss,
Mm.
um, and we can suffer loss in any number of ways. And so it talks about the process that I went through, the things that I learned about myself, the places where I felt one way and then it was revealed that it was actually a different way, the places that I had run to try and find healing that weren't there, that healing wasn't available there. Um, and it's a book on faith, and it talks about how I was restored once I became reconciled to God
All right.
about the situation.
Now, congratulations.
Thank you.
What was your motivation? So, someone writes a book.
Hmm.
I know that you were trying to help not only yourself, but help others.
Hmm.
Were there other factors that helped in terms of writing it?
Well, I think that I always, no, I think I know that I always envisioned myself as being a writer at some point. I didn't think that it would be writing this book or even this type of book. I I love books. I love writing utensils. I love all of that. That's just innate in who I am. And so the concept of being an author someday wasn't so foreign. But again, not writing this type of book. And the idea came to me that this book needed to be written, and I really put it off, Elder. It seemed overwhelming to me.
Mm.
And as I think about it, it truly is. When a person has to go about the endeavoring to write a book about a painful place in their life, it's very important that you're healed before you
Mhm.
write. Um, it wasn't my heart that I would uncover anybody, and I think I struggled with how to manage that. I couldn't wrap my arms around it, and until I was fully healed. My writing coach speaks to talk to us about when we were starting. A group of us started writing books together, and she's talked about the importance of being healed. Otherwise, you'll bleed all over your readers.
Mm.
Um, and so once I think that I had truly embraced the healing process and started to look around and see others who were suffering through similar type situations, and knowing that I had something to say to that situation, then the book was able to be produced, and after that it was written quickly.
Awesome. And who is your target audience?
Well, initially I thought that it would be women, say 30 to 60 or so. But some of my test readers have been men, and they, because loss is a universal concept,
Hmm.
they also enjoyed the book and felt that they gained something from it. Um, so I would say that my target audience would be men or women between
Okay.
30 and 60 who are at a place in life where they're at a crossroads and they're saying, what do I do now? They've suffered a disappointment, and many of us have. We're coming out of this pandemic, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Life is not what we thought it would be. We thought we'd be out of it by now. And you may be at a place where you need to do something different. And this speaks to the excavation of your heart and taking a look at yourself and understanding yourself better, and thereby making better decisions on how to move forward.
That's awesome. So let's now. When was the book released officially?
The book was released, Amazon made it live November 10th. I had initially wanted to do a book launch on November 11th. The book is dedicated to my mom, and November 11th was the anniversary of her passing.
Mm.
But I put it off. Again, I'm a respiratory therapist in a hospital, so you can imagine what my life is like.
Hmm.
Um, and we were going to launch in March on her birthday, but Amazon had different plans, and they they released it on November 10th, and so we're off and running.
Awesome. Awesome. And you just hit on something there, that respiratory therapist,
Hmm.
you're an author,
Hmm.
we're in ministry together,
Yeah.
right? You're a mom,
Hmm.
you're a grandmother,
Yes.
and I know that you also bake,
Yeah.
right? So you have that business as well. So you are busy.
Well, my mother said I was a busy child, so um, yeah, you know, that I tried to use that as an excuse again
Hmm.
because about writing this book, but I just determined that I'm just not going to allow the pandemic to steal everything.
Sure.
Um, you know, I want my life back, and so I had to take it back, and writing this book was part of that.
And many people could as well could, but do make the excuse, right? That I
Hmm.
don't have time.
Hmm.
But you turn it around and says, this is something that I have to do,
Exactly.
not just for yourself, but for others.
Right. Right. Exactly. Like I said, just talking with people about different situations, and then I can see it's where the booklet could be applicable to their situation. Um, and like I said, I felt like I had something to add to the conversation.
Hmm.
And the book goes into rooms that my feet will never sit in.
Hmm. That's great. That's a good way of looking at it, right?
Hmm.
Is that you can impact people that you don't even know, as you said, going into rooms that you may not put your foot in.
Hmm.
And that's part of what this broadcast is about too, is going into rooms that I may not even put my feet in.
Exactly. Hmm.
So let's now, this is your first book,
Yes.
but I know in conversation with you, it's not going to be your last book.
No, this book is part of a series.
Okay.
That's the advantage of coaching. Again, when you're starting a writing project and you see a big project, and feeling like I might be able to write a small book, but I don't think I could write a novel.
Hmm. Hmm.
And with coaching saying, no, let's just break it up. Let's make it a series. Break it up into three pieces. And so the next book is called The Unraveled Sweater.
The Unravel Sweater.
Yeah, that's went from being unflattering to being unraveled.
Wow. Wow. So you have a whole series of books in you then.
Oh, yep, yep. Like I said, I thought that I would be an author one day,
Okay.
but I didn't foresee this. Yeah.
So when did you think that when did that come up that you thought that you would be an author? Again, because people we all have thoughts and ideas and dreams,
Hmm.
but some of us never act on it, right? They never go about implementing it. And I'm so happy that you thought about it, but more
Hmm.
importantly, you acted upon it. When
Right.
did that thought or dream or vision come about?
I think that I saw myself as a writer of some sort, even in high school.
Hmm.
Um, again, because that I just have a love for books. I can lose myself in books. They're my escape hatch. Um, and when it came time for me to go to school, originally I wanted to study to be an English teacher. But my dad, being born out of the Depression era, wanted something safe, for me, and healthcare was safe. I come from a family of registered nurses, and healthcare just seemed like it would be a good fit.
Hmm.
And some other things happened, and I ended up being a respiratory therapist. I grew up asthmatic, so I met a respiratory therapist when I was a junior in high school, deciding about a career. So, coincidences lined up. But if I had really followed where my heart was, I would
Hmm.
be teaching or in writing and that sort of thing, a different path.
Wow. Now I didn't know about the teaching part of it. This is new. This is good.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if Pastor B or Lady Tina are watching here in this part of you, right? No, no.
Don't start any trouble, Elder.
So here let me bring some comments in here. Erica says hello. Rhoda 33 says, "Hi y'all."
That's
I'm
my
not sure if you
sister.
know her. Okay, all right. Sherry says, "I can't wait." I guess that's about the first or the second book, or maybe the third book. And I know I'm gonna get this wrong. Maybe Tacumba, Tocumba,
Takumbo.
Tacumbo. Okay.
That's my
She.
writing coach.
Oh, that's your writing coach. Okay. Hey, coach, what's going on?
and my publisher.
Wow, that is awesome. That's great. We got to bring her on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. If you have any questions or comments for Lisa, we call her Elder Lisa because she's an elder. Feel free to drop it in the comments field, and we'll make sure that she gets that. Let's do this. Let's do a 30-second break.
Okay.
And when I come back, I'm going to show the book.
Okay.
We're going to go directly and share it. And then we're going to do a giveaway.
Okay.
So here's what I want you to do, folks. In order to, because Lisa's going to give away a book, right? And go right now, drop this in the comments. Hashtag the JGLLC. Make sure you put that in the comments. And we're going to do a drawing. Hashtag the JGLLC. Put that in the comments. And then we're going to come back and talk with Lisa some more about her book and where does she go next. We'll be right back. Right, we are back. So we are talking with Lisa Davis Wall. Lisa, and she's talking about the book. The topic is navigating pitfalls that come with life's setbacks. That's just this topic for this show. That's not a title of her book. But I wanted to, let's see if we can share this. And then as we're doing that, I want you to talk about what advice you will tell others who's interested in writing a book. So as you do that, I'm going to share your book. Okay, go ahead.
Certainly. So first of all, I would say make sure that you're prepared to do the work. It is work. It is work. It's one thing to have the idea about it and to have skill to write, but there's a discipline that has to come with writing a book and staying true to the process. Spent a lot of time at the library after work writing this book. I did take advantage, like I said, of coaching, part of a coaching program, to learn how to put this all together. And I did some work with a coach to help me to make sure that I was healed enough to tell this story. Because again, I didn't want to bleed all over my readers. And then I would say, you see all these advertisements that tell you that you can publish your own book and you can do this and you can do that. But I have come to understand that this was a whole totally different language to speak of publishing about, and so many expectations and so much to navigate that for me, and I'm a person that can usually figure some things out. Can be resourceful in that way, but I felt, and I'm so glad that I did take advantage of publishing services and the expertise of someone who had walked that way to help me. So I would say, yes, this is your book. It's your idea, your call, your mission, whatever it may be, but take advantage of getting the help that you need to walk alongside you so that you can be successful.
Awesome. And I'm sharing the book now. This is the Unflattering Sweater.
Yes.
And I'm sharing it from Amazon. So you can go, if you go on and purchase it, I highly recommend it. Go ahead. Don't delay. It could be a nice Christmas gift, right, for someone, or
Absolutely.
yourself. If you're in Rochester, I'm sure if you send a book to Lisa, she will sign it and send it back to you, even if you're out of state. Right? So
Absolutely.
make sure that you go and pick up the book. It will help you. Let's bring a couple more, and again, drop it in the chat. Hashtag the JG LLC. I'm going to put it up one more time so that we can see, so that you can see, because we're going to be drawing the book. So it's hashtag the JG LLC. Make sure you put that in the comments on the chat box, because we're going to do a giveaway of a signed book by the author herself. All right. So do that. Hashtag the JG LLC. Let's see if we have any more comments here. There's some others in here that I want to make sure that I get to. Let's see. Aisha says, so proud of you. That is great. Sherry says, when can we expect the next book? Oh, already?
Oh, wow. Yeah, she's read hers.
Wow, already.
Hopefully by second quarter of next year.
She is not playing around. Let's see here. My dear wife says, I'm so excited to read your book. Please set aside one for me and one I will gift to another woman. There we go. Right. That's good. Let's see some more here. Let's make sure that we Sue Martinez says, proud of my dear friend. Thank you, Sue. Sherry again. Sherry's she's like your fan club here.
Hey, you got it. That's the friends you got to have.
That's right. She said the book is amazing. I finished it in one day. I couldn't put it down. Here's your coach. Your coach says, I already have my signed copy. Wow, this is good stuff. Lisa says, I have my signed copy and read it already. Okay. And let's see, who else do we have here? Oh, Sherry again, your biggest fan here. She says, absolutely. So that is great. That is awesome. If you have any other comments or questions for Lisa, make sure that you drop it in the comments. I am going to go ahead, and this is for a signed copy of the Unflattering Sweater. And let me stop sharing this one. And let me see here if I can bring this one up. Then this is pretty cool. This giveaway tool is pretty cool. Okay. But you have to be in it. Make sure your comment. So we're going to draw it right now. We're going to share this, and we're going to start collecting. All right. So I'm going to draw it 4 entries, and let's see who's the winner. Sherry Watson. Congratulations, Sherry. You won another copy. So here's what we're going to do. You can get that copy, and I'm asking you to gift it to someone. How's that sound? All right. Congratulations, Sherry. Thank you. Again, if you want a signed copy of the book, if you want to connect with Lisa, where would they go if they wanted to connect with you?
They can send me an email at admin@mustardseedworks.com. admin@mustardseedworks.com.
Okay, admin@mustardseedworks.com. I'm going to put that up here. Let's see, it's right there below her. So admin@mustardseedworks.com. Right. If you would like to connect, or if you like to order the book, right?
Absolutely. And we also have a Mustard Seed Works Facebook page and Instagram page.
All right. I think I do have let me see if I can share this. I think I do have the Facebook page here. Let me see if I can share it. I love this sharing tool. This is tremendous.
We have all the technology.
All the tech. There we go. All right. There's the Facebook page. and there's the book. You can join the community,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes, absolutely.
So you go to her Facebook page, facebook.com/mustardseedworks1/ and make sure that you are part of the community.
Absolutely.
Well, any last words before we move into our rapid fire? Because anyone that comes on the show, we do what's called a rapid fire.
Okay.
A couple of questions, but any last words that you want to talk about the book?
I would just encourage anyone who just wants to read a good story, if nothing else. It tells a good quirky story, an unexpected story, to grab the book. And if you're at a place in your life where you're trying to navigate some things and figure some things out, we'll give you something to think about and to pray about.
Awesome. And it is for both men and women.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Christmas is coming up, folks. Make sure that you take advantage of it. Get the book, right? Even if you have it already, gift it to someone else. All right. Help your author. And we look forward to the series, the second book and the third book and the fourth and fifth book. All right. So let's talk about rapid fire real quick before we end the show. Your favorite food?
Spaghetti just came to mind.
Spaghetti. Okay. Best city you visited?
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, okay. All right. Favorite movie?
The Color Purple.
Okay. And favorite words you live by?
As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Joshua 24:15.
There we go. So we'll end with a couple more comments. This is from Aisha. It's brilliantly written and will be a blessing. Thank you, Aisha. And Aretha says, the book is awesome. Great. So make sure that you go get the book. It's on Amazon, the Unflattering Sweater, and make sure that you join the Facebook community. Elder Lisa, I want to thank you so very much. This was fantastic. If we can help you in any way possible, feel free to drop me an email. If not, I will see you at church on Sunday.
All right. Take care.
Thank you. Okay. God bless you. All right. We were talking to Lisa Davis Wall. I want to thank her for coming into the 30. If you would like to be a part of the 30, simple, drop me an email. Here it is. Or if you want to join our community, right? If you would like to join our community first, go to jackmangroupllc.com. That's jackmangroupllc.com. Hit subscribe, and you can be part of our community. If you would like to be part of the 30, if you like to be a guest, or if you have any ideas for us, you can send me an email, info@jackmangroupllc.com. That's info@jackmangroupllc.com. We will be back next week. We'll have our Christmas show. Make sure that you are there. Tell someone. And if you miss any of our previous shows, make sure that you catch it on YouTube under the Jackman Group LLC. That's our channel, the Jackman Group LLC. Until then, be safe. May God bless you and your family, and we will see you down the road. Peace.